What you want to get out of music are those weird moments, those indescribable kind of poetic moments in day-to-day life. For me, New York is a huge source of those things. Like the Manhattan Bridge, for instance, it's like sometimes I'll look out and last night they were towing one of the Phonghua buses because it broke down on the bridge. So there was this really slow sort of cortege of the Phonghua bus, and the trains are going back and forth at different speeds, and then there's other cars going different directions. There's all these things happening, all these different lights. You think, oh, that was a beautiful moment. And then you continue making tea. You can aim for those things with music, and that's sort of what I try to do is in each piece have there be a moment where like, The New York Philharmonic is an incredibly high level of making music. That is a huge honor to be able to write something for wonderful musicians. It's a set of rules, literally, is what a commission is. You have this thing which is length, when's it due, what's it for? I'll think about structure in terms of just a little narrative and say, why can't this piece be about driving from the city, out of the city, and then coming back to the city? Great. It's like you go away for the weekend, that's a very New York thing to do. You just sort of start with that idea and then see if something builds up around it structurally, and then you write the notes and the rhythms. I wrote a piece that's in 3 sections, fast, slow, fast, like how music goes, which I loved. The first 2 movements are slightly narrative. In one is like, we're in a traffic jam and then we get the hell out of the city. It's sort of like traffic jam music, crazy cars whizzing. Every gesture is whoop. So it goes from soft to loud. Every gesture is forward moving and very like, it feels like, you know, that like 6 p.m. on a Friday drive out of town, sort of desperate, you know, this gesture. and then the second movement is a garden of stars. It's just one chord, it's a big drone. It's like little events that happen at different times, and it's this very pieced out, like Vermont starscape music. And it tries to get at the idea of, you know, you sort of arrive somewhere late at night and you make a fire or whatever, and you organize yourself, and you just sort of look out the window and it's freezing cold and there's stars, and it's a suspended moment basically. So it's one chord, one thing. It doesn't really change. There's one little shimmer at the end, and there's a big long piccolo solo because I thought, what's better than a piccolo? The third movement is the first movement basically in reverse, but really regimented. It's a commitment to process, and the piece is all math. It's all these numbers where it's, you know, an event will happen for 11 pulses and then 10 and then 9 and then 8. There's this constant sense of everything collapsing to this one point. I process a lot of different things. It's books, or it's like random YouTube videos, or it's like little grains of language, or like for instance, like right now, there's a pound note. You know, in the back of my head, I'm already thinking, all right, there's this pound note sitting in dust, and there's this bag of coins over there that I'm going to bring to England when I go there next week, and the bag of coins I'm going to transfer into, you start thinking about currency and the stamp and the image of the king, and the brain just kind of takes it to a distant place very quickly, and that for me is like inspiration.